What is going on, everybody? I am Rob Westerman, the third of GBP Daily, and thank you for tuning in to the Rob Westerman Show. You can find me all over the social sphere at GBP Daily. Shoot me a follow, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit me up in the DMs. I am always available to talk Packers anytime, any day. Let me fix something really quickly here. There we go. It is Thursday, September 18th. Hope you guys are having a great week as I am. Packers hit the practice field today. And great news, 52 out of the 53 guys on the active roster were practicing. The one guy not practicing was Jayden Reed, who we all know broke his collarbone in last Thursday's game with a heck of a catch that unfortunately did not count because of an Anthony Belton holding call. The throw from Jordan was amazing, and the catch was even better. So, unfortunately, he went down. The defender was pretty much on top of him, and got his shoulder just crunched. And you knew when he was walking off the field that it was pretty bad, and it was. He broke his collarbone. He ended up getting surgery on Tuesday, so a couple days ago. And at the same time, he also had surgery on his foot. So tough news for Jayden Reed. We're going to miss him for sure. But good news is that he will be back some point this season. So looking forward to having him back sometime down the road. The silver lining in all of this is the Jones fracture that he was dealing with would have probably hindered him this entire season. So I'm okay with him now getting it fixed the same time as the collarbone. And hopefully he will be ready to roll for the hopeful playoff push we will find ourselves in come December. So it's a long season. I was a little nervous at the beginning of the year when he had talked about, after that week 1 win, he was hurting pretty bad. And just thinking about the long season, right? We got 17 games, and could he play like that all year long? Was he going to miss some time here or there because of the foot? It turns out he got the surgery to fix that in both the foot and the collarbone. So hopefully he can heal up and get back around maybe, December sometime. We shall see. In the meantime, we'll probably get Christian Watson back, hopefully after the bye. And hopefully by that time, Matthew Golden will be hitting the ground running. We've seen how many times Matthew Golden's been open these last couple weeks, and he just hasn't been getting the ball thrown his way. And I think this weekend that is going to change. So a couple other guys that were practicing today, Aaron Banks and Zach Tom were both practicing, which is great to see, especially considering that the best defensive player in the entire league will be lining up across from us on Sunday in Myles Garrett. Still no word on if Zach Tom will be able to go with his strained oblique. But he did practice these last couple of days, so hopefully that is a good omen. Aaron Banks, on the flip side, did say that he will be playing on Sunday, so we will have to wait and see for Tom. Aaron Banks will be back in, which means Jordan Morgan is probably not going to be starting. So I think if Zach Tom isn't able to go, they'll go back to Anthony Belton. And, we'll see where that leaves Jordan Morgan. Who knows? Maybe they could throw Jordan Morgan out there at right tackle. You never know. But I think my intuition is, probably Anthony Belton will give it a go again. So I thought he played pretty well, all things considered, right? The holding call, the Jayden Reed touchdown was tough. But that was the second drive that he had that on. In the run game, the dude is just so big. He's just moving bodies out there. And, if it is Anthony Belton at right tackle, I'm sure Matt LaFleur will have priority number one be helping him with Myles Garrett. And, there's your welcome to the NFL moment, right? Your second start. It's on the road against the best defensive player in all of football. So if Anthony Belton does indeed go, that will be a focal point for everybody. Myles Garrett is probably licking his chops if he sees Anthony Belton ahead of him across the line of scrimmage. So big focal point on Sunday. My man, Sound Assassin, Go Pack Go. Go Pack Go, my man. Thank you for tuning in. We had ourselves a little scare out of today's practice. Tucker Kraft was reported to have injured his left knee during a drill, and there wasn't much initial word on the severity of it right away. But thankfully, we just got news not too long ago that he is indeed going to be okay, and he has a chance to even play on Sunday. So nothing for certain, but what is for certain is that it will not be a long-term injury, long-term issue. Thank goodness. Because, he's coming off his best game as a pro last week against Washington, right? 6 catches, 124 yards, and a touchdown. I was talking about it coincidentally a couple days ago that he is one of the few core guys that if we want to win a Super Bowl this year, he's one of those guys that we need to be able to do, or we need to be able to do so. So good news with Tucker Kraft. If you guys have not seen it yet, he is okay. Not sure if he will be going on Sunday. There's no word quite yet, but good news nonetheless, all things considered. So Packers open up as 7.5-point favorites against Cleveland. And if you are planning on going to a Packers game this year, maybe you're thinking of buying some last-second tickets for this weekend's game. Do not buy your tickets anywhere else other than TickPick. Why is that, Rob, you ask? Well, they guarantee the cheapest tickets on the market. In fact, if you find cheaper tickets elsewhere, which you won't because I have tracked and logged every game to prove this fact for 2 years now, they will refund you 110% of your money back. Same tickets as everybody else, right? TickPick or StubHub, SeatGeek, all those guys. TickPick has the cheapest every single time. Use the code Packers21 for an extra $21 off the already cheapest tickets on the market. Shout out to TickPick. Love those guys. Let's hop into the comment section here, shall we? And as always, if you want to be a part of the show, give me a call on the Nicolet Law hotline, 319-242-2332. One more time. You want to be a part of the show, give me a call on the Nicolet Law hotline, 319-242-2332. Family owned and operated since 2007 with decades of combined legal experience, Nicolet Law's team of compassionate local attorneys are prepared to meet your unique legal challenges head on and provide the guidance that you need to make the most informed decision possible. They have just shy of 2,000 5-star reviews and have helped their clients recover over $350 million in the last 17 years that they have been in business. Injured? Get Nicolet. What do we got cooking up in the chat? My man Jackson in the house. Go Pack Go. What's going on, Rob? Super Bowl contenders, Super Bowl favorites. Jackson, come on now. We are up there. I tell you what, which, hey, I'm not a betting guy, but it is cool to see that we are kind of at the top of the board when it comes to Super Bowl hopefuls. B. Will. As soon as I went to buy tickets, news broke that he got hurt. I am not going now. Definitely bad luck. Hey, B. Will, we can't be thinking like that, right? Come on now. And if I might add, use TickPick, right? Throw that code in there, Packers21, and you'll get $21 off your ticket order. They got the cheapest tickets. I'm telling you, I've used them every single time that I've gone to a game, which is 2-3 times each year. So, and I've never, ever had a bad experience. And I tell you what, one time I did have an issue getting my tickets from my own doing. I couldn't figure out how to transfer them or whatever. And I DM'd them on Twitter. And I'm not even kidding you, less than 10 minutes later, they messaged me back and I had it figured out, help walk me through it. And yeah, I'm telling you, you do not get their customer service anywhere else like you would at TickPick. B. Will, buy those tickets and use TickPick, would you? Thanks for hopping in. Appreciate you. Terrence, what did you make of the Quay Walker trade rumors? Well, Terrence, I don't think it was necessarily rumors. The credible Easton Butler, buddy of mine, who also he breaks news and he's got a couple plugs inside 1265. He actually had the scoop on Micah Parsons before most folks did. And yeah, said that the Saints and Chargers both sent over a trade offer for Quay Walker. The Chargers, I believe it was a 4th rounder and the Saints a 5th rounder. Maybe it was the Saints a 4th, the Chargers a 5th. Anyways, unless it was some sort of crazy package, I didn't ever think that Goody was going to pull the trigger on that. Quay's a captain. He's got the green dot on. He's calling the shots for the defense. And Goody himself said not too long ago that the Packers were working on an extension for him. So I do remember the Tyron Hopper getting some hype during preseason, and some folks were talking about plugging him into Quay's spot and then not having to extend Quay. But yeah, I think the duo of Quay Walker and Edgerrin Cooper is, in my opinion, one of the best linebacker duos in the entire league. So Quay is not going anywhere, and got to keep those guys together. They are just too good. And Quay is playing really well this year, and he played pretty well last year in spurts, had an injury and missed some time, but Quay is off to a hot start, as is Edgerrin Cooper, and those two together out there on the field together is just, it's fun to watch. When was the last time our defense, I look forward to the defense taking the field. It's been a while. Last year we were all right, especially during the beginning of the year, getting a bunch of turnovers and whatnot, but then we kind of fizzled out, couldn't stop people when we needed to. And this year, through 2 games, albeit, is completely different. So got to keep Quay Walker. That is for sure. Armin, what went down with Tucker Kraft? Good question, Armin. There wasn't a whole lot really put out other than that he had a knee injury at practice. They said right away they were hoping it wasn't going to be long-term. And then Adam Stenavich came out during his presser talking about, hey, we're just going to have to wait and see with him. Didn't give out anything. Why would you? Media's asking questions and you're giving non-answers, which if you're going to do that, just don't even show up. That is so annoying to me. All of our coaches do that. They just kind of beat around the bush and never give out any answers. And it doesn't help anybody keeping information from the public, at least from my eyes. But anyways, he went through some tests and looks like he's good to go for the most part, right? There's no guarantee that he's going to play Sunday, but it is not a long-term injury. So that is for sure. Thankfully, it is not a long-term injury because, like I said earlier, he is one of the few guys that we can't have go down if we do indeed plan on winning a Super Bowl this year. So he's one of the most important guys in the team. He's a captain, one of the better leaders on our team. We need Tucker Kraft. So appreciate you, Armin. Have yourself a great Thursday. What else do we got? My man Nick is in the house. As always, appreciate you, my man. I think the run blocking could be better from the O-line. With how the Browns' run defense has been playing, I think we are going to be throwing the ball a lot. That's a great observation, Nick. The Browns have one of the best run defenses in the NFL, at least through the first 2 weeks. And, yeah, we have not really been doing the best as far as our run game goes, right? Josh Jacobs is still putting up some decent numbers, but, yeah, it just seems like especially early on in games, we've kind of struggled to move the line of scrimmage a little bit. So hopefully with Aaron Banks back and maybe Zach Tom will be able to get back to rolling a little bit. Even with Anthony Belton, he's better in the run game than in the pass game. So I'm hoping to see a little more Josh Jacobs this weekend. So my man Chad is in the house. Rumor has it Flacco is already hearing footsteps and seeing ghosts. Yeah, Chad. Joe Flacco, old man Joe, is going to be sitting back there in the pocket with the likes of Rashawn Gary, the likes of Micah Parsons, Lucas Van Ness, Devontae Wyatt, Colby Wooden, breathing down his neck. And the offensive line for the Browns, I believe, have 2 rookies along that starting offensive line. And like Myles Garrett is probably licking his chops going up against Anthony Belton, Rashawn Gary and Micah Parsons are doing the same. So I am very, very excited to watch our defensive line go to work on Sunday and hopefully keep Joe Flacco uncomfortable, maybe force him into some bad throws. But Joe Flacco has been around a long time. He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Matt LaFleur was talking today during his pressers, praising him quite a bit. So we can't just let him sit back there and pick us apart, so to speak, right? Our guys got to get after him. and they got to get after him quick, early and often. So I'm with you, Chad. I bet he's hearing those footsteps too. I would be too if Micah Parsons was lining up on the other side. What else we got? Haley is in the house. Who cooking with some gas here. What's your biggest pet peeve with our fan base? Pet peeve with our fan base. What kind of question is that, Haley? Come on. We have the best fan base in the entire world, right? Besides my man Phil in the house, always giving me grief for my tick pick promos. Just kidding, Phil. Good to see you. I'd have to think about a pet peeve. I feel like the normal pet peeves of complaining or overreacting, mainly on social media, that holds true for all fan bases. So I can't necessarily say that. And I also fall victim to doing that myself from time to time. Pet peeve. I honestly can't say. I know I got to come up with something. I do feel like our beat reporters maybe don't have the best tone when kind of firing back at our fan base, I guess. I don't know. I know our fan base can probably be a lot to those guys, constantly ridiculing their questions and all the stuff that they do. They do a great job, right? In my opinion. During the Rodgers era, I think things kind of got a little out of control with the way that they were covering the team. And I say they, of course it does. I don't mean all of them. But yeah, I don't know. Phil, not being loud on game days in the stadium because our fan base keeps aging. Yeah, I'm probably right there with you, Phil. The whole season ticket thing is kind of a pet peeve, right? It's kind of an exclusive club, and if you're not in it, then you're not good. I don't know. At least that's what I see. I'm in a bunch of Packers groups on Facebook, and yeah, ticket groups, memorabilia groups, whatever. And right when the season comes out, right when folks get their season tickets, I see endless posts of people saying, hey, who wants to buy my season tickets for the year? And thankfully, the Packers came out with that rule that if you are doing that for multiple years, they're just going to take them away, which if you want to keep your season tickets, use them. So I do love that new rule. And if you get your season tickets taken away, well, you deserve to, in my opinion. So sorry if there are any season ticket holders in here that sell all of your tickets. Not sorry, actually. Don't do that. That's not cool. So I guess I'll have to say that, right? Thank you, Haley, for the question. My man Darren's in the house on Facebook. I really want the Packers to throw more to the tight end. We have been winning, and our tight end is running guys over, both of them. Yeah, I think with Tucker Kraft out this weekend, we could see a lot more Luke Musgrave, a lot more Ryan Fitzpatrick. And I know we don't talk about Ryan Fitzpatrick at all because he's number 3, but he's legit too. He's a very good tight end 3. So I have no issue with him stepping in there. Of course, we're going to miss, Tucker Kraft's yards after the catch ability if he's not able to go on Sunday. But yeah, we've got some guys that can step up. Luke Musgrave especially. Excited to see the possible opportunity he may have on Sunday if Tucker Kraft does indeed not go. But we shall see. No official word on Tucker Kraft. Is Tucker for sure out this weekend, DJ? No official word. I hope he's playing. He did get some good news after the tests around his knee, but yeah, no official word whether he can or can't go just yet. So, all right, guys, that is going to do it for me today. Thank you again for tuning in. Always, always, always love talking Packers with you guys. Hit me up on social media at GBP Daily. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Any sort of interaction helps myself and helps the page. I will be back and at it again tomorrow. Have a great rest of your Thursday, and I'll catch you guys later. Thank you.